Yes! Alrighty. What's up, you stupid motherfuckers? Peter Gilmore here once again for video number 2 on this great Sunday, late Sunday night, right here on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video. Hit that subscribe button down below on this channel and all my other channels, which are down below in the description box. And as always, find me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and share this video all over the internet. But most importantly, tap that goddamn bell and turn on all my notifications so you never ever miss an upload. That's it. If you miss out, well, you're lost, my friend. You're lost. That's all I gotta say about that. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, on this late Sunday night, June the 20th, 2021, or if you're now watching from somewhere else, it is now June the 21st, 2021, as it is after midnight. We're gonna get drunk. No. So, on this late Sunday night or early Monday morning, wherever you may be, it is time, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your late night Hell in a Cell 2021 review. All right. So tonight was Hell in a Cell 2021. Usually this will be in October, but they changed everything, and they put it in late June. So I don't know what's going to happen in October. Maybe Halloween Havoc. But we don't know that yet. We won't know. So this is the final, thank God, the last pay-per-view inside the Thunderdome in Tampa, Florida at the Youngling Center. So no more pay-per-views. No more Thunderdome as of July the 12th, after the last Raw at the Youngling Center. I'm going to be on the road for pay-per-views and Raw and SmackDown. And that's it. So, a couple more weeks and WWE be on the road to bore everybody. And that's what this pay-per-view was. Excuse me. Boring! Yeah. This pay-per-view was, to be honest with you, meh. Not that great, but, you know, people giving it 7.5. I don't know what you were watching. But still, I mean, they had a couple good matches. Most of the matches were good to pretty good. Not great. I mean, there was like one match that was like, pfft, and you know what that match was. I think you know. But still, an pay-per-view. And now on the road to our next pay-per-view, which is Money in the Bank on July the, when is it? July the 19th, I believe. Yes, July the 18th, I'm sorry. July the 18th from, I believe, Fort Worth, Texas. So that'll be the first pay-per-view in front of fans. Well, actually, it was the second pay-per-view in front of fans. Well, you know, pre-pandemic, you know what I mean. Because Royal Rumble was not in front of fans, of course. You know, WrestleMania, they had like 25,000 fans. But, yeah, so Money in the Bank will be in front of fans in Fort Worth, Texas. And then after that, SummerSlam, August the 21st on a Saturday in Allegiant Stadium in Vegas. And SummerSlam is just about sold out. Wow. You know, so that's, you know, a good sign for WWE, you know, for SummerSlam especially. I mean, one of the big big pay-per-views, and Vince wants this to be the second WrestleMania. So they want to, close the summer out with a good old-fashioned Gilmore Cutter bang. But we'll see what happens, with that. And so just about every company is gonna be back with fans. That's good. That's good. At the arena's gonna most of the arenas are just about back to capacity. I know Madison Square Garden's back to 100% capacity. I don't know about the Barclays Center. I think they might be about 100%, somewhere around there. But we'll see what happens with that as wrestling comes back to to New York and Jersey, especially AEW, September 15th, and at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey, and then in Queens, New York City, the following week for a Dynamite Grand Slam at Arthur Ashe Stadium on September the 22nd. So got that. As far as WWE, we don't know yet. As far as Raw and SmackDown goes, I don't know anything. I haven't heard anything about New York City yet. Survivor Series might be at the Barclays Center in November, which would be damn good. Be cold, but at least finally we get wrestling back to New York City, and that's good. And that's it. Thank you for the dislike, sucker. But it is what it is. That's that. All right. So on this Father's Day, hope everybody had a great Father's Day. To all you fathers out there, or fathers to be, you never know. So hope all you fathers had a good day. I had a pretty good day with my pop. That's all I gotta say about that. It's a good day to be with your parent, to be with, your father and everything like that. So, good day. That's all I gotta say about that. All right. All right, so let's get into this Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Yeah, like I said, it was meh. And that's it. Now we'll see what happens tomorrow night on Monday Night Snore. The aftermath of Hell in a Cell, which will probably be Rematch City. That and SmackDown this week. Ugh. Why can't they just forget about the goddamn rematches and give us something new? I don't want to see rematches, especially on pay-per-view, on Raw. Like we have we have a match, a fresh match on a pay-per-view, and then the feud continues 4 or 5 weeks, and then we get another rematch, and then another rematch on the next pay-per-view. It just continues. It is what it is. So that's all I got to say about that. Ugh. That's that. All right, let's get into it. All right, so let's start with the kick, which I didn't watch. Didn't care, but the video, I'll mention it. All right. So on the kickoff show, same shit. I've been the match and stuff like that. But we had a match, and it was boring. What ended up at the end of the kickoff show, they had a almost 10-minute match. Mandy Rose and Natalya. These two teams out, just to see who, going to be women's tag team champions. With Natalya to me to hold it right now. I'm basically the number one contenders because I don't want tag teams. I don't know why they have the belts. That's how much Vince cares about tag team wrestling. Raw and SmackDown tag team titles were not defended on this show. They're probably not going to be defended at Money in the Bank. So we're going to have all the SummerSlam for basically every title to be defended. Hopefully, but we'll see. U.S. title wasn't defended. Intercontinental title was not defended. It is what it is. It just goes to show you, a B-level pay-per-view. We got 6 matches. Went just about 2.5 hours, which is normal for pay-per-views now for WWE. So 3.5, 4 hours. It is what it is. All right, so Mandy and Natalya, they go at it, and yeah. Dana Brooke and Tamina, we're at ringside, as usual, and getting to the end of the match, and back and forth throughout. But in the end, Natalya went a sharpshooter. That was it. Bing, bang, boom. Thank you. Good night. Back during. Have some Titus's cookies. Get off my TV. That's all I got to say about that. So yeah, Natalya wins, and I didn't give a fuck. And I don't think anybody else did either. And if you did, well, yeah. Women's wrestling in WWE is garbage. I'm sorry. Well, that's it. All right, then. We opened the pay-per-view with a video of some woman talking into a radio microphone on a radio station in hell. WHLL, 69th level of hell, playing the greatest hit. I made that up. Yeah, but they play great music in hell, especially Slayer. That's everything. If there was a radio station, which there probably is, 24 hours a day of Slayer. I mean, really, that's Slayer is basically hell music. Or I listen to death metal, a death metal band can be considered, good music for hell if you want to go to. It is what it is. That's all I gotta say about that. So then we go to the ring. We go to the Youngling Center, the Thunder Dome, and get the pyro. Everybody's like, hell in a cell. The K-Cell being lowered. And then we get a recap of the feud between Bianca Belair. She plays with her hair. That's not really her hair, but she's Bianca Belair. And Bayley, don't give me a hug. Bayley getting the shot at WrestleMania Backlash, losing, the whole thing with her laughing and blah 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 blah. And then really, this is their second match, and it's a blow-off match. Really should have been a street fight. That's just my opinion, but it is what it is. Yeah, and then we see what happened this past Friday night on SmackDown, where Bayley beat the crap out of her and held the Thunderdome, basically, with Bayley's face and the title. That's that. So we start off the night with that match, SmackDown Women's Title, Bianca Belair against Bayley. Don't give me a hug, and that's that. All right, so this is Bianca's first time in Hell in a Cell. Bayley's time in Cell. So Bianca starts off by beating the crap out of Bayley. Just a clothesline. Bayley goes to the floor to catch her breath. Bianca's Then she breaks out some chairs. Goes for a big swing with the chair. Gets counted into a fruit roll-up for a near fall. Bianca sends Bailey hard into the corner. Takes over. Goes for a superplex. Bailey tries to punch her way down, only to have Bianca backflip down onto her feet because Bianca there, she's great, and that's that. All right, after that, Bianca gets driven shoulder first into the ring post. Bailey adds a boot near fall, and sends her into the corner with a bad arm, and then she hits like a downward spiral on the arm. Ow. Then she brings the steps in, but stops to do a Sami Zayn impression, and she takes some zip ties and ties Bianca's hair around the bottom rope. Then a running kick just winds up tripping Bailey on the steps. Bianca then unties herself. Bailey into the cell. Commentary tonight. When Pat Madden's like sometimes. I mean, what was wrong with commentary tonight? Ugh, it's just like they didn't care. It just was. All right, then Bailey bites Bianca to escape, and Bianca's like, "You bit me!" And then Bailey gets kendo sticks with 2 sticks taped together this time because she remembered from last time. And again, a box to the cell. Ouch. Then she pulls out 2 more kendo sticks and get long built thing on the cage, and Michael Cole just like reminds us like, oh, she tried to do this last year, and Bailey heard it, tells Cole to shut the fuck up. Michael Cole, I don't blame her, because Cole is garbage. He needs to retire, or just get released, or just get beat up. So she spends too much time yelling at Cole, which allows Bianca to hit a spine buster through the sticks. Ow! Brings her back in for a 2. Bailey kicks her right in her face. And then there's a bad arm into there. Ow! Then she gets a little bit creative as Bailey ties Bianca's hair to the chair. Yeah, that rhyme. Bianca sends the steps into Bailey's knees. And then Bianca ties her hair around Bailey's wrist and starts beating her with the kendo sticks. Bailey tries to get out the door, but you can't get out of Hell in a Cell. And that's it. And then bring out a ladder, because we need a ladder in the Hell in a Cell match. Why not? So Bianca's sent into the ladder as Bailey crushes her inside of the ladder. Then sets up for the Rose Plant, which hurts Bailey because she banged her knee in the process. Tries to go for the cover, but Bianca kicks out at 2, so that kind of hurt Bailey. It looked like she was about to win the match. Anyway, they get back up. Bianca hits Glam Slam. You know who uses that? Beth fucking Phoenix. Into the corner with the shoulder giving out a little bit. So, impact. Bailey is laid on the ladder for a back splash. Then Bianca picks her up, hits the and she retains just about a 20-minute match. So, how was that? But, so Bianca wins. Obviously, you didn't really think Bailey was going to win, did you? No. So Bianca wins. Match was actually pretty decent. Pretty decent match. A little brutality. Not my brutality, but brutal. and I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. I thought it was pretty good. For it being in Hell in a Cell, which it shouldn't have been in the Hell in a Cell, but still, pretty decent match. And Bianca wins, and we'll see what happens with her as we go on. That's it. That's it. Afterwards, where is it? Okay. I was looking at something else. All right, so we get that. Then we get times for SummerSlam in Vegas on August the 21st. Tickets are sold out. They're probably going to get like 70, 80,000 people in that damn stadium. Maybe more, who knows. But should be good. Hopefully, WWE pulls this one off. So they want to maybe to have some fucking good matches. I think one of them might be big. Sasha Banks, the boss, against Bianca Belair at SummerSlam for the SmackDown Women's title, and we'll see what happens with that. So I think Sasha's coming back at Money in the Bank to win Money in the Bank and cash in Bianca at SummerSlam, but we'll see. All right, so after that, we go to the back. We get a post-match interview with Bianca. The match was tough, but she will never, ever forgive Bayley for what she did. So that's it. And we'll see what happens this Friday night on SmackDown. That's that. All right. After that, we go to the locker room of the almighty WWE champion, Bobby Lashley, with his, females, nice ladies. Same women from last week. Really. Bobby, can you change it up a little bit? Because it's the same people. The one woman that's always on your dick. I'm sorry. I don't know if you're banging her in the back somewhere. Who cares? Your business. Change it up a little bit. There's nothing wrong with them, but, there's all the strip clubs in Florida. You can pick up some great-looking women, but, same. But if you want to keep those fine, classy women, you're the champ. You can do whatever you want. All right, so he looks ready. I bet. Oh, he's getting some. Don't want to say. Anyway, so after that, we go to Miss Bliss and her playground. You know what that is, Miss Alexa Bliss and her playground. No Lily. She's still in timeout. So Lexi says, she talks about, before with Bayley, says that was a rough night for her, but she's glad we're here in her playground. She says, Lily, you stay out. But tonight, Shayna needs to learn 2 things. 1, expect the unexpected, and be careful what you wish for, because you never know what might answer. Will Lily appear? Will appear? We don't know. We'll see what happens with that. So I gave that segment 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, after that, we get a recap of the Cesaro-Seth Rollins feud, where we all know Cesaro beat Rollins at WrestleMania, Mania moment. Rollins came back to jump him right after that, put Cesaro on the shelf for a couple weeks. Then Cesaro came back on, I think it was the week before, last week, on Ding Dong, hello, beat the crap out of Seth Rollins, ripped off his pants, beat him up, and then we saw on Friday night SmackDown this past Friday, where he pushed Rollins over, and that's it. So that sets up match number 2, Cesaro versus Rollins 2. This was actually pretty good. Another pretty good match. Starts off with Rollins jumping Cesaro during his entrance. They brawl before the bell. Cesaro goes with the power to start, drives Rollins on the corner for an early near fall. Excuse me. We cuts in the corner, and Rollins pulls Cesaro face first into the turnbuckle. A good old-fashioned rake of the eyes. That's Rollins choke with a boot. Cesaro muscles him up for a suplex and catches his breath for a little bit. And then Rollins backs Cesaro out to the floor and hits a running knee off the apron. That had to hurt. Go back in. Rollins stays on the eye of Cesaro. But Cesaro comes back with some uppercuts. Puts Rollins down. And then there's a black. I think Cesaro had a black glove, or Rollins had a black glove on. I forget. Cesaro kicks it out. Oh yeah, so Seth had the thing on. Cesaro kicks it out of the ring for a little bit. I don't know what that was supposed to be about, but it is what it is. Cesaro hits a power slam for a near fall. Goes for the neutralizer, gets counted into a backdrop to the apron. Cesaro's superplex is broken up, so he goes for a high cross body for a near fall. Rollins comes back with a forearm to the back of the head for a near fall of his own, and gets a little pissed. After that, starts yelling at Cesaro, "You haven't heard anything yet? You're still not on my level." Seth goes on bar. Then he hits the Falcon Arrow for a near fall. Goes for the stomp. He missed it. Cesaro comes back with a discus lariat. As both go down. Then Cesaro gets up, plants Rollins down, sets him up for the swing, and he swings him around not too many times. I don't know why, but then he locks in the sharpshooter and looks to have the match won. But Cesaro switches into a crossface. Rollins holds him up for a near fall. He goes for the sharpshooter again, gets it locked in, but Cesaro lets it go to stomp on the arm of Rollins for a little bit. Tries to go put the sharpshooter on a third time, and that was the downfall for Cesaro as Rollins picks up the win with a 1921 small package, and he gets the win. It is what it is. So Rollins gets his win back from WrestleMania. So we'll see what happens with that. A pretty decent match, and I also gave that 3 out of 5 stars. It wasn't that bad, and we'll probably see these two men Money in the Bank. I think quite named. I don't know if they're going to be qualifying matches tomorrow and Friday on tomorrow on Raw and Friday on SmackDown. I don't know, or they'll just Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville will just name guys from Raw and SmackDown to fight at Money in the Bank, and the women too. So we'll see what happens with that. So we'll see. So Seth gets the win. Like I said, 3 out of 5 stars, and that's that. Kind of a corny finish with a fruit roll up. What it is, and that's that. But pretty decent match. Not as great as their WrestleMania match, but it is what it is, and that's that. All right, then we find out that our next pay-per-view, Money in the Bank, like I said, July 18th, Worth, Texas, with people, with the fans back in the stands. And that's it. So Money in the Bank, next couple weeks, probably. Yeah, but wait, not that. So, and get ready back to war. And if WWE pulls out a stinker, nobody left and nobody will care. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. All right. Forget that. All right. After that, we get a recap of the Shayna Baszler Alexa Bliss feud. Basically, what's going on. Lexi hounding Shayna, hounding Reggie, hounding Nia Jax. Basically doing her thing, her voodoo, the fire with Reggie. And then Shayna losing to Reggie with the fire, and Shayna, stomping on Lily, and then getting scared. Last time out was just pathetic. Yeah, just you know, it is what it is. You know, pathetic feud, pathetic match coming up, and that's that. But before we get to the match, we go to Shayna, and she's with Reggie and Nia, of course. Shayna says she doesn't like hearing about Lily. Calls Lexi a lunatic. You may be a lunatic. Um, she says Lexi has fun playing with dolls, but she has more fun hurting people. And then Nia and Reggie, they were off camera, and then they come in. They wish Shayna luck. Well, Nia wishes Shayna luck, and then Reggie wishes Shayna luck in French. I don't know how you say it in French, but you know, probably like "Hey, Monsieur, would you love?" You know, Reggie probably doing his best Pepe Le Pew impression, and you know, he says good luck in French to Shayna. Shayna's like, "Fuck you, Reggie," smacks him right in the face, because he deserves it. That's it. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. So all right, so then we go to match number 3. Lexi versus Shayna. You know, you knew coming into this match that Shayna, with her losing streak, I mean, she's lost every week for the past 2-3 months, and just getting humiliated every week on Raw and on pay-per-view. You know, Lexi using her powers and stuff like that. You know, going in, this was going to be a suck fest. And yeah, 7-minute suck fest this was. Horrible. I don't even know why this was on the pay-per-view. Should have been on Monday Night Raw. But anyway, Reggie and Nia are at ringside. So Lexi comes out. Shane comes out, blah, blah, blah. So the bell rings, and Lexi just stands there, you know, looking at Shayna, you know, with beady eyes and everything. Reggie tries for a distraction, and it kind of worked, which allowed Shayna to start beating on Lexi in the corner. And then Shayna's knee starts giving out. So Lexi using her powers again. So Lexi crawls over to her, starts kicking at the knee. But Shayna comes back with some kicks with the other leg. Puts Lexi in the corner for a running knee. But basically, Lexi's like no sells, and she's like, "You freaking knee!" Please. And Corey's so bad tonight. Corey Graves referencing Supernatural, one of my favorite shows. They talking about, like, he wants to know when you give up and call the Winchester brothers. Watch Supernatural. You really think Dean and Sam Winchester could kick Lexi's ass if Lexi was a demon? Bray Wyatt. Somebody fed him that line. Anyway. But still, Supernatural, great show. 15 great seasons. Oh my God, great stuff. And now both guys have great shows away from that. I think Sam Winchester, the guy that plays, I think Sam Winchester, he's on Walker, which is great. Finished a great first season. Dean did a show called The Boys, I think, on Netflix, which is great. I know I've seen some episodes. It was all right. But, you know, Hopefully we get a Supernatural movie. That's been in the works, so who knows? But Supernatural's a great fucking show. Great. Love it. You talk about demon shows, you think about Buffy, Angel, the originals, legacies, these vampire type things, they're pretty good. Pretty good stuff. Supernatural was awesome. Angel was good until basically the last season, which got rushed. The fans wanted a fifth season, and the WB, the crappy network that it is, or the CW, decided like, okay, we'll give you a fifth season. They rushed the whole season, which was still good, but the way they ended Angel was just because David Bowie and ass didn't want to become a 40-year-old vampire. So there was no season 6, which there should have been, because the ending, was a big cliffhanger, like a Sopranos cliffhanger. What happened? Did they get beat up by the demons? I don't know. Like Sopranos, did Tony get killed in a restaurant? Oh, for all you people that didn't see The Sopranos. Oh, I spoiled it. Sorry. It is what it is. But yeah, Buffy was great for, I think it was 7 seasons. It was great, but it had to end sometime. The originals was great. I think how many seasons did that go? I think what 4 or 5 seasons. What was the other one? The one that it was a spinoff of the originals was a spinoff of I forget the name of the show now. Great. I can't think of the name of the freaking show. It's with Nina Dobrev, Klaus was in it. I can't think of the goddamn fucking name. It'll come to me later. I don't even care. But yeah, that was a good show. And the spinoff with the originals was great. Sucks it ended after like 4 or 5 seasons, I think it was. And then the spinoff of that, Legacies with Hope, finished their third, I believe, second or third season. So that's good. Vampire shows, they tend to do good, and then you don't know what to do. I mean, how many times are you gonna kill a vampire? Or the same vampire that keeps coming back every goddamn season. I mean, how much more can you do to a vampire show? I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, Supernatural, just great. Just great. Great stuff. I'm surprised that went 15 seasons. Because normally CW shows don't go that long. They don't. I mean, Smallville went, I think, 11 seasons, 11 or 12 seasons. And that was pretty good. Charm, the original Charm, not the new one. The new one is garbage. The original Charm with Shannon Doherty and Alyssa Milano, and then Rose McGowan later on to replace Shannon Doherty. That was great. But CW shows now suck. Except for a small few, like Walker, the new Superman thing, Lois and Clark, I think it's called. That's pretty good. Arrow was actually decent. Not great, but But I don't watch CW shows that much. Besides Supernatural and Walker, that's the only, and Legacies, only shows I watch on CW. Other than that, I could give two shits what else on the CW network. It is what it is. I mean, I used to watch Gotham. Remember Gotham? got them for 5 seasons, then bye. They want to bring it back, I heard, but I don't know if Fox wants to even do it. But still, this was all right. So enough about went on. Humongous change and all that one. All right, so yeah, Graves talks about supernatural and shit like that. So Baszler suplexes Lexi down, and then she stands on her head, which sets up a big stomp on the arm, which puts Lexi in trouble. But that doesn't last long, as Lexi starts laughing and starts staring at Shayna, and then cranks on the arm a little bit more, and then Lexi, I don't know what the fuck. Lexi puts on her evil face, and she's like, "Oh shit!" And then Lexi, beats her up and with some forms to the face, and then she hits a Luthez press, code. Then she hits for a near fall. So and then after that, Shayna's down. Lexi then stares at Nia Jax, uses her mind power, doing the same thing she did to Reggie on Raw, puts Nia in a trance. Nia's like, ooh. I was hoping that Nia, I was thinking Nia would just change or something. Like Nia would disappear and we get a new, a new look. Nia Jax, she's skinny. Not to say that she's fat, but whatever, But still, she goes into a trance. Reggie's like, what's going on? And then in the face. Oh boy. Nia, so Nia and Reggie start yelling at each other. Like, I didn't do that. I was like, shut the fuck up, get this match over with. So while that's going on, Shayna grabs Lexi, locks her in the Kira Feeder clutch. Lexi escapes right away. Then she hits a trap DDT on Shayna, goes up top, hits Twisted Bliss. 1, 2, 3. Shayna Baszler loses again. So Lexi gets the win, obviously. So, because Shayna's not gonna win. Because Vince hates Shayna. Why can't you just release her, please? If I'm Shayna Baszler, I'm losing every goddamn week. Why? Do you really hate me, Vince? If you hate me so much, why don't you just fire me? Release me. Let me go to AEW and kick some ass. And show you up. Shayna should just ask for her release. Right? It is getting pathetic. Every week she's losing. And she used to be NXT champion, not once but twice. Second longest reigning champion in history, behind who? Asuka. And number 3 is Io, because she held it for over 300 days. Shayna held it for 400 and some odd days. Asuka, we all know, 500. But still, they just ruined Shayna ever since right after Becky beat her at WrestleMania 35. No, was it 35? I think it was 35 or 36. No, I think it was 36. After that, Shayna went downhill. They team her up with Nia, and it was a stupid tag team. They win the tag team belt, the women's tag team belts twice. Barely defended it. And now Shayna's like a laughing stock right now. Is losing every goddamn week, getting humiliated, bad acting. She needs to go. Release her, please. please release her. You know, if there was a song, please release her. Shayna has to go. Has to go. Either go back to NXT or just leave. That's it. Yeah. So anyway, Lexi gets the win. Matcha gave a dud. Zero. Well, before you Spanish people at home, zero. So it was garbage. And then after the match, Nia snaps out of her trance. So, yeah. I don't know. They got to release Shayna. Lexi's got to do something else because, I mean, she's basically doing Bray Wyatt's gimmick. And Bray Wyatt supposedly coming back maybe SummerSlam or maybe before then. Bray Wyatt said he's ready to come. He's ready to come back. But does Trade have anything for him? Probably not. They're not gonna put him back with Lexi, which I think was a horrible idea to break him up anyway. So I don't know what's gonna happen with Bray Wyatt at this point. Probably just gonna ruin him. Comes back. So it makes no sense. So that's it. It is what it is. Yeah. So just a fucking dud of a fucking match. Garbage. I can only imagine what's going to be next. And you know this is going to continue. Why? I don't know. I mean, just put Lexi for the Raw Women's title at this point. I mean, just give Lexi the title. It is. I know she's a heel. I don't know if she's a tweener or a heel or what she is. But, you know, Rhea Ripley needs challengers. Oh, I spoiled that one. Yeah, she needs challengers. We don't need to see Horseface Charlotte get opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. Okay, it's annoying. Give us something else. Give us Nikki Cross. She's won 4 in a row. Title shot, maybe. You know, Lexi's not doing anything except putting people in trance and setting people on. Oh, well, not setting people on fire, but almost setting people on fire. Doing her Freddy Krueger-like gimmick, haunting people, and they go, "Oh, I'm gonna put you in trance." Next, we gotta do something else. I'm getting tired of this. Put her back the goddess. Give her the Raw Women's title. I just don't know anymore. I just don't know. And that's okay. All right, move on. Number 4. Kevin Steen, good buddy, takes on the man who steals orphans from the orphanage in Mexico. A man formerly known as El Generico, Sami Zayn. And once again, go fight for. This is match number 6 million, something like that. I don't know. But finally, these guys have fought before one-on-one, and they weren't as good as their match. Finally, we get something good. We get something good in this match. Pretty decent. So coming off of that crap fest of Lexi and Shayna, we get a good match. And that's that. So we start off the match with so let me see. I'm just trying to figure out my notes. I lost my. Kevin just beating the living crap out of Sammy, hitting a big chop in the corner. But Owens is still selling what happened on Friday Night SmackDown as Commander Aziz, Nigerian nail. So he's coughing. he can't breathe. He's kind of selling the injury from fight. Looked like he was coughing up some blood too. That's nasty. As he starts beating Sammy down. So he hits a backsplash, but Owens still can't breathe. So Sammy uses that to his advantage, gets in a few shots, but Owens just chops him to death. And since that didn't work for Sammy, Sammy goes for the throat, puts on a quick chin lock, which keeps Kevin down. But Kevin drops him on the top rope, hits a cannonball, but once again he can't breathe. Sammy sends it to the outside, hits a big dippity-doo, which left Owens holding his wrist. Oh, great, no freaking injury. Ugh. But Sammy's like, that's not cool with me. So kicking Owens on the outside. Owens still can't breathe. I mean, they should have stopped the goddamn match. Back in, KO sweeps the leg Danielson, starts beating Sammy down. Then they go back to the floor again. Owens hits a clothesline. Swanton off the apron, but as both men are down. They get back in. Sammy hits the Blue Thunder Bomb, and that always gets two. Yeah, when was the last time you saw somebody use a Blue Thunder Bomb and actually got a win out of that? Okay, I'll give you a minute for that, but not long. Sammy gets two on the Blue Thunder Bomb. Kevin gets a few shots in. Stunner gets countered in half and half suplex, and Sammy starts beating him up again. Owens goes to the outside, starts coughing up a lung again. But then Owens hits the stunner on the outside. Kevin goes in the ring and basically catches breath. Sammy's on the outside. He looks like he's knocked out. But Sammy barely beats the count. He got in about 9.9. So they're both on their knees. They start going at it. Just like amazing stuff. Owens gets the better of it, and Owens starts beating Sammy down like a dog. Like Sammy was doing to him earlier, but his bad arm is snapped across the top rope, and then Sammy hits a running knee, which sends KO's throat into the rope. Ouch! In the corner. Then Sammy hits the hell of a kick for the 1, 2, 3. So Sami Zayn picks up a shocking victory over KO. And that's it. So sucks. Yeah. I was hoping KO would win. But, I mean, it really didn't matter because both men are at hell point. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with them now. So, it is what it is. So, the match was all right. It gave it 2.5. That's that. Afterwards, Sammy is very pleased, with beating March Ness and calls it karmic justice. And he starts yelling at Michael Cole and Pat McAfee. He's like, "Did you see that? Did you see that? It's not a conspiracy." Whatever. That's yeah. So like I said, 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. And we move on. We move on. Then we get down with our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. And you must acknowledge him obtaining the Universal title over Rey Mysterio inside Hell in a Cell. So, shockingly raise Roman's hand. And that was that. And like I said, SmackDown got a 1.92. So, but having Hell in a Cell didn't work. Should have kept it for tonight, but that's how booking is. It's fantastic. And that's that. All right, after that, we got a recap as we get ready for the Raw Women's title. Blah, blah, blah. We saw what happened last couple weeks with Rhea and Charlotte, losing the Nikki Cross in the 2-minute challenge, and then them teaming up. They lost to Nikki, and then Nikki beats Charlotte again, where Rhea Ripley was at ringside. Rhea's riptide on it, and then later in the show, Rhea beats Asuka. Comes out, beats her up. They have a big brawl, and Charlotte got her nose busted wide open. That's that. So we get to this match. This was match number 5, I believe. I'm gonna try to. I have my time. Not bad. All right. So the intros, the traditional intros, and then we start the match. Charlotte kicks Rhea right in the face. Well, before the bell even rings, and then it does ring, and she gets a very quick 2 count out of that. Rhea gets up, hits a big boot of her own, but Charlotte takes her right into the corner. Then a dashing chin lock, and then they go to the outside. Charlotte kicks Rhea into the barricade. They get back in. Charlotte starts yelling at Rhea. Rhea then rocks her with a headbutt. Then she hits a super kick and knocks Charlotte down. But she ties the legs up in the ropes to slow Rhea down. But Rhea gets up and Charlotte down on the floor. Then she brings her back in. She locks in the prism trap, the cross lock, which gets reversed into the turnbuckle. Ouch. Charlotte hits natural selection. She tries to get the cheap win with a foot on the rope, but Rhea grabs a quick suplex, but her knee is banged up a little bit from before, which allows Charlotte to hit a backbreaker into the downward spiral, right into the turnbuckle. Ouch. Then she hits the Andrade double, which was kind of cool. Guess what? Catches her. Goes for a suplex, which she hits, gets 2 out of that, as both women are down. Then they start brawling again. They start brawling. Rhea grabs a quick riptide for a near fall. They go to the outside. Charlotte drop kicks the steps next to Rhea's knee. Ouch. That really hurt. They go back inside. Charlotte locks in the transitions to the figure 8 title, but thankfully Rhea somehow managed to roll over, break. She's screaming. She's really in pain. She brings Charlotte out, and then while they're on the outside, Rhea gets really pissed and accidentally hits Charlotte right in the face. And the ref's like, "Ring the bell! Ring the bell!" And Charlotte wins by disqualification. Not the finish I wanted, but still, still at least Rhea's the champ still. She knew she was about to lose the belt, so the thing you can do is, get disqualifying your belt. Excuse me. So Charlotte wins, 2.25 out of 5 stars, and said afterwards, it was kind of funny. Rhea gets disqualified, she starts laughing up a storm. It's like, oh, I won. It is what it is. Then afterwards, Rhea takes Charlotte in, hits another Riptide, and then tells the ring announcer to announce her as the winner. So I don't know. I guess the ring announcer did as told. And then Rhea leaves, and Charlotte screams at her and says, "You're learning, bitch." So yeah, this feud's gonna continue on. Probably something at Money in the Bank, maybe a no disqualification match. But yeah, it is what it is. So, like I said, 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Rhea retains, by disqualification. So probably they'll probably do something tomorrow night on Raw. Well, maybe Charlotte says, "I beat you," and I want my time. I want another shot. And Rhea's like, "Okay, we'll do that." And then they'll probably set up something for Money in the Bank, which will probably I think it was going to be a no disqualification match or something like that. Maybe a street fight. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Hopefully, I don't know. I think they'll have the rematch. Rhea will win this time. Hopefully clean. No disqualification shit. No count out crap. No cheap finish. So I think Rhea will win at Money in the Bank. Go to SummerSlam. Don't know who she's going to face at SummerSlam at this point. But Becky Lynch was backstage tonight. I was surprised she didn't come out. That would have been pretty epic, though. Becky comes out and she looks like Rhea's like. So now that now there's rumors saying that Becky might come back from Money in the Bank, win Money in the Bank, and maybe cash in on Rhea at SummerSlam. So it's between Becky and Sasha now. So we'll have to see over the next couple of weeks what happens. But if Becky does come back, if it's not at Money in the Bank, it's probably definitely at SummerSlam. I would think. She's ready, man. She's shredded. She looks great. Build that muscle mass after having that beautiful baby girl of hers. She's ready to come back, and I can't wait for the man to come back and get back her title. I think Becky versus Rhea will be an excellent match for SummerSlam. Excellent. On the Raw side, on SmackDown, Sasha and Bianca 2. Oh man, those two matches, if those happen at SummerSlam, I think those will be two good women's matches. Put on whatever the men do. With I would think Roman's gonna face. Well, Roman's supposedly gonna face John Cena. For the Universal title. On the Raw side, I'll get to that in a minute. So, how's that? All right, so like I said, Charlotte wins the match by disqualification. And we'll see what happens tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw. So I gave the match, once again, 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, then we get to the main event. The main event, Inside Hell in a Cell. For the WWE title, Drew McIntyre facing Bobby Lashley. I believe this is for the third or fourth time. And with the caveat being, if Drew loses, he can never face Bobby Lashley for the WWE title as long as Bobby Lashley has the title. So that's that. So we get a video package of that, with Drew becoming the number one contender. Being Kofi Kingston. So this is the third straight pay-per-view that they're fighting. And Bobby's up 2-0. If you know, beating Drew at WrestleMania, then he didn't beat Drew. He pinned Braun Strowman in that triple threat backlash. And then Drew gets the shot. They had the whole thing with Drew, breaking the table with a sword and then challenging Bobby for Hell in a Cell. So we'll get that. All right, so we get to this match. We have MVP coming out, as always, with Lashley. So they start the match. They stare each other down for a little bit. And then Lashley heads outside to grab some weapons. And then Drew's like, okay, we're going to play with weapons. We'll play with weapons. So Drew sends Bobby face first into the cell. Lashley comes right back with a hard ramp into the cell. And then McIntyre comes back, suplexes Bobby into the cell. Ouch. Drew picks up the steps, hits Lashley in the face with it, puts him down. And then Drew brings it back inside, hits an overhead belly to belly. 1 second. Sorry. My dinner just came up. And then Drew goes outside, sets up a table against the cell. But MVP, who was outside the cell, sips his pimp cane into the cell to Lashley. And then Lashley uses the cane, which goes into McIntyre's throat. Cut him off. Lashley goes for a suplex, but gets countered into the post. Ouch. And then hits an air raid crash, plants Lashley on the steps. So he goes to the throat, McIntyre off again. McIntyre bounces off the cell, comes right back with a clothesline. Then they go inside. McIntyre hits him in the back with a chair. Goes to the top rope, goes for a chair shot off the top, gets counted into a really not so good hurt lock attempt. But hurt lock didn't work. And then McIntyre hits a spine buster for a near fall. And Lashley gets dumped to the floor. McIntyre picks up the steps. Lashley drives him straight into the cell. He starts going, no! Starts beating the crap out of Drew. And help from MVP. Lashley pins McIntyre in the corner of the cell with a kendo stick. Whip ass. I go back in. He hits a downward spiral. Then sends McIntyre face first into an open chair, which was a really bad landing. Lashley starts whipping his ass with kendo sticks, but McIntyre blocks one, hits the Glasgow Kiss headbutt. Then he grabs a chair, so Lashley's right in the eye. And then we get a good old-fashioned, we haven't seen him in a while, ref bump. Lashley sent into the chair in the corner. Then Drew hits the Future Shock DDT, but there's no refs, can't get a count. And then Bobby locks in goes for the hurt lock. McIntyre counters it. Hits the Claymore as we get the second down the outside. He came in, only get pulled out by MVP. But MVP, for his trouble, got a beat. He gets Claymore kicked right in the face. And then Lashley is right back with a hurt lock on the floor. Broken up with McIntyre driving him through the table, the corner, as both men are down on the outside. Again, we see McIntyre is he's bleeding a little. It's all banged up. McIntyre starts whipping Bobby's ass with some chair shots, goes for the Claymore and missed it. Lashley sends him to the apron for a release rock bottom through the table. You go back in and to a spear, gets sent allowed Drew to grab a 1921 backslide for a near fall. Goes for the Future Shock DDT. He hits it. Looks like he was about to win the belt, but MVP grabs, roll him up with the trunks to retain the belt. So A shitty ending. Thankfully, Lashley won because I didn't want to see Drew with the belt again. But it is what it is. But Lashley retains. Match was alright. Gave it 3 out of 5. Seeing MVP pose on the ramp. Cell lifts. And we see Drew looking really, really pissed. And that's it. So, Drew, no, you can't get the belt again. So, back to the line, sir. It is what it is. But, Drew is going to find a way somehow. Qualify or get into the Money in the Bank ladder match. So he'll probably go to Adam Pearce tomorrow night. He's like, I want in the Money Bank ladder match. Do it now. And Adam Pearce will give in. Drew gets in the Money in the Bank ladder match. God forbid he wins, and we'll see Bobby Lashley versus Drew at SummerSlam. And Lashley Drew 4. No. I don't care if he gets in, but if he wins SummerSlam, that SummerSlam match is going to be shit. And that's it. So, Drew, you can get in. Drew McIntyre, you can get in. Don't win, please. Please. I want Cesaro to win the Money in the Bank ladder match. Anybody but Drew at this point. So hopefully, we get the Money in the Bank. Cesaro gets the, wins Money in the Bank. Maybe cashes in on Roman at SummerSlam. And as far as Bobby goes, who does he face? Who does he face? I don't even know if he's going to face anybody at Money in the Bank. I mean, who's next? Really, they have nobody to face him now. There's nobody to face Bobby Lashley right now. Drew's out of the picture right now. So Bobby could just take Money in the Bank off and just wait till SummerSlam and feed him somebody. At this point, I don't even know who. Maybe Killer Cross, because they want to bring him, they want to fast track him to the main roster. So, but he has to lose the title. I don't know if he's going to lose the title at Great American Bash, or he's going to lose it at well, I don't even know if he can lose it at TakeOver, the next TakeOver, which is going to be, I believe, they said they want to do TakeOver on SummerSlam weekend. So I can't do it Friday, can't do it Saturday, because SummerSlam is on Saturday. So they have to, I would assume, do it on maybe the 22nd, or they do it the week before, or the week after. So they have to do it somewhere in between. So if Cross is going to go to the main roster, right away, boom. He really doesn't have to do anything in NXT, really. Why did you put him in NXT? Just to win the belt twice. And really, fans weren't really, he's a great talker, has a fucking hot manager. It's Scotty Voodoo. That's it, man. She just came to the main roster already. But been there for like a year now. And really, as Adam Cole said, you're nothing special. Fans don't really like him. So next step, go to the main roster and get buried. You know what's going to happen. Cross is going to go to the main roster, probably be, I would think, you can put him on any show at this point. Put him on Raw, let him face Bobby Lashley at SummerSlam, or put him on SmackDown, and then, Roman maybe beats, I would think Roman beats Cena, unless he loses to Cesaro, then maybe you could put Cross versus Cesaro, which will kind of be But I'd rather have Killer Cross and Roman on SmackDown, if he goes to SmackDown. Really, if Roman wins at SummerSlam, who's next? Who's next, really? Right now, who's next now? Besides, when Cena comes back, they're gonna have to, they're gonna have to do something with Roman before Money in the Bank. So, So I would think before, well, SmackDown July 16th, Cena's supposedly coming back. So Roman may not even fight at Money in the Bank. So they're just gonna Cena's gonna come in and say, "I want title," and Roman's like, "Didn't I beat you already?" So that sets up Roman Cena 2 for SummerSlam. Because the fans are gonna cheer for Roman at this point, because everybody hates Cena. So hopefully get to SummerSlam, Roman beats Cena, and if we see a cash in from Cesaro or whoever, well, if somebody from SmackDown does win the belt, win Money in the Bank, maybe they cash in, or just Roman just goes to the next pay-per-view, which I think is Night of Champions in September. I'm not sure, but he goes on to the next pay-per-view, faces whoever. Could be Seth Rollins, could be one of the Usos. I think the Usos are gonna turn on Roman probably at SummerSlam. Probably, I don't know, but depends how far this Samoan Dynasty angle goes. Because at this point, Jimmy's now, he raised the hand of Roman on SmackDown, so we're thinking maybe Jimmy is going to acknowledge him on Friday, but then it might backfire and Jimmy costs Roman the belt at SummerSlam. Who knows? At this point, I don't know. I don't even know what's going to happen. I guess we're going to have to find out in the next couple weeks as we get to Money in the Bank, and then we go to SummerSlam. But, these are my ideas, but some of them, they finally use my ideas. But we'll see. But, looks like Roman and Cena is pretty much locked for SummerSlam. Pretty much a lock. That's probably the only match that's already going to be announced for SummerSlam. Other than that, I would think Bianca and Sasha for the SmackDown Women's title. Rhea Ripley versus, I would think, a returning Becky. I think that'd be good for SummerSlam. As far as Bobby Lashley goes, I don't know. Brock, I don't know what's going to happen with Brock. I really don't know. I thought he was going to come back tonight and come out, right after the match and like stare Bobby Lashley down. It's like he comes back with Paul Heyman comes out with him, and then you just have a big epic stare down. And then Brock appears tomorrow night on Raw and then challenges Lashley for SummerSlam. So Lashley doesn't have to do anything for Money in the Bank. So, if they, it could still happen. Brock and Bobby Lashley, the dream match we all really want. But we don't know what's going to happen with Brock at this point. I don't know. If that doesn't happen at SummerSlam, who do you put with Bobby Lashley? Edge? But it looks like Edge might go to SmackDown. I don't know. But Edge is supposed to have a match at SummerSlam. So, now Bobby Lashley has no challengers. Let's put Edge in. Give Edge the WWE title. Let him hold it for like a month or two. It'd be an okay match. I don't think it'd be a great match, but I think it'd be good. Bobby and Edge. Instead of Edge just against somebody. Put Bobby and Edge in there for the WWE title. Because, like I said, who's going to fight Bobby now? Can't be Drew. And plus, I don't even think there's we see nobody else on Raw. Braun Strowman's gone, so can't do that unless you bring him back. But I don't know. I really don't know on the Raw roster right now. I don't know. who can face Lashley at this point. So Lashley looks like he's about to hold that belt till SummerSlam. And that's that. And as far as the other belts go, with Apollo Crews and the Intercontinental title, I don't know what you're gonna do with that. Maybe some. I would say something with Big E again, but I think that feud is gone and done. Unless they do maybe like a multi-man match, maybe a ladder match at SummerSlam. Oh, damn! This fucking juice is great. Do that. Nice Ace title. I don't care. Sheamus will probably, hopefully, beat Humberto Carrillo and Ricochet, and both of them go bye bye. So Sheamus might have need someone to fight at Money in the Bank or at SummerSlam. The tag team titles, I don't know what's gonna happen with those. I think it would be Amos, almost the Big Black Diesel on AJ Styles defending against RK Bro at SummerSlam. I think that probably is going to happen, and I think RK Bro will win the belts. And on SmackDown, you got Ray and Dominic who are basically beaten up. And who are they going to fight? Alpha Academy at SummerSlam? No. Please no. Street Profits are banged up. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with that. Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode, I don't know what's going on with them. Are they stuck in catering now? There's no freaking tag teams on Raw or SmackDown. I know the Viking Raiders got to get a title shot because I think they're the number one contenders now. They're not going to win. I obviously don't think they're going to win. It'll be nice, but for War Machine to get the belts again for the second time. But like I said, who's they going to fight? The New Day? No one wants to see that. It's either them or it's going to be RK Bro getting the belts. And it's probably going to be RK Bro. And then they're going to break up. Probably a month or two maybe later after that. Now we see Randy Orton and Matt Riddle one-on-one. And Orton's going to whip his ass. And then the women's tag team titles, nobody cares. Just dump those belts in the freaking gutter. But it's going to be Mandy and Dana taking on Tamina and Natalya. We're going to get a whole bunch of matches, like 17 matches in a row on Monday Night Raw. There's no tag teams at all for that damn belt. So nobody's going to care about them if they get defended at SummerSlam. Everybody's going to go to the bathroom. As far as the 24/7 title, who cares? Who cares about that goddamn belt? It's not even defended anymore. Or else you're just standing there. Not even standing. He's really sitting on Raw Talk with the goddamn belt doing nothing. He's sitting in catering and everybody's just waiting. You don't even want that belt. Nobody wants that. I don't even want it. If I was a wrestler, God damn, man. That belt should just be retired because it's basically not defended. We haven't seen R-Truth on Raw or SmackDown for that matter. Nobody cares. He's held that belt, he's won that belt like 50 times. I mean, if WWE wants to make SummerSlam like WrestleMania, they gotta get some people to fucking get those, some good matches going and put people that should get title shots in there. Because right now, you basically got 3 matches, maybe 4. At most, that could be at SummerSlam. We got one locked. Cena and Roman. Possibly Sasha and Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's title. Maybe Rhea and Becky. That's 3. And then after that, toss-up. Unless you put Bobby Lashley and Edge for the WWE title, which I think they should. I mean, like I said, I'm going to say it 5 million times. Who does Bobby Lashley going to face next? You know, who? You shouldn't find anybody. Until Brock, until they tell Brock, we need you at SummerSlam. Get in there already. And then have Brock whip the crap out of Bobby Lashley. As much as I want Bobby Lashley to beat the crap out of Brock, but still. There's nobody for Bobby Lashley right now. Nobody. WWE's got problems. They got big problems right now. And they want to try to bring up guys and girls from NXT, like Killer Cross, possibly Adam Cole, baby. Hopefully not. And possibly Io, hopefully not. And Vince says, "Oh, the product's going to be better by the end of the year." No, I don't think so. The way it's going, you'll be lucky to get through the year. There's no stars. Nobody. You're not building any stars, Vince. Nobody. And you wonder why this company's garbage right now. They're not building any stars on Raw or SmackDown. And NXT is just all you got. And at least NXT is starting to climb in the ratings a little bit. Each week they're climbing up, which is a good sign. They're putting on great matches every week. TakeOver was great. You know, they're building up to Great American Bash, which I think is going to be another good show. And then after that, I think they're gonna start the road to the next TakeOver, like I said, on SummerSlam weekend, or whenever it is. That's it. You know? So, Vince, you got to do something quick. Because you want SummerSlam to be like WrestleMania, you better put on some good shit. Good shit. Because at this point, SummerSlam might suck. And then All Out's like right after that, and All Out's gonna be kick ass. All Out 3 in Chicago with the fans. Woo! It's gonna kick ass. That's it. So you can sell out SummerSlam, but if you put on a show, say goodbye to your fan base. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, so let's end that with that. All right, so pretty good stuff from not that great, but still pretty deep show. Once again, for those of you tuning in, the results: Bianca Belair beats Bayley with the KOD on top of a ladder to retain her SmackDown Women's title. Cesaro with a small package. Lexi beats Shane in a match. Gets a shocking Owens with a kick. Charlotte beats Rhea by disqualification. Charlotte keeps the belt. And Bobby Lashley beats Drew McIntyre with a roll-up with the trunks to retain. That's pretty much it. All right, so my final rating for Hell in a Cell. I gave it, standard 6 out of 10. I didn't think it was that great. I didn't think so. Well, people gave it 7.5, 7. I mean, that's your opinion, but my opinion matters the most. Yeah, but I just didn't think it was that great. I think the Roman Reigns match should have been on the show. Maybe would have kicked up the rating a little bit, but still, they did what they could. And now on the road to Money in the Bank. So we'll see what happens tomorrow night on Monday Night Snore. And this Friday night on SmackDown. And in between, we got NXT, which should be pretty good. Adam Cole, baby's in action. Kyle O'Reilly versus Kushida. That should be great. We'll see what happens with Samoa Joe in week 2 of his enforcer regime or whatever it is. See what happens with him and Killer Cross. Not that he can fight, but it is what it is. We'll see what happens with that. AEW coming up this Saturday night for Saturday Night Dynamite from Daly's Place. The big one, Jungle Boy Jack against Kenny Omega for the AEW World Title. And that's the pre-ultimate to AEW's final show at Daly's Place Wednesday night, June the 30th. The last time they'll be at Daly's Place. They might come back sometime around, I don't know when, but maybe for a pay-per-view or something like that. But yeah, that's the last time they'll be in Daly's Place because the week after that, they went to Miami. And then they'll be on the road. And they'll be live every week. There's not going to be any more Dynamite tapings for a while. That's good. Good live shit. No tapings. That's it. So AEW, that's great. That's it. So we'll see what happens this week in wrestling. And we'll see what happens with that. Before I go, congratulations to my good buddy, the Death Machine, Sami Callihan, as he got engaged to, I didn't know they were even going out, Jessica Havoc. Wow. I didn't even know they were going out. I didn't even know they were a thing. So Sami Callihan and Jessica Havoc are engaged to be married. Interesting. That is very interesting. So congratulations to them. They'll probably have a wedding in hell. And an interesting thing I saw on ringsidenews.com, AEW wants Valerie Sky. Oh, yes! You know who that is. Rosemary, my demon assassin bride. Yes! Might be going to AEW. Oh, the prophecy's coming to AEW, baby. Yeah! You love it. I hope they get her. I really hope they get Rosemary. The matches she can put on with Sheeta, Britt Baker, Nyla Rose, and Ty Conti, Anna Jay. Oh man, if AEW gets Rosemary, that'll be great. No, but it hurts Impact because they lose one of their big names. But I want Rosemary to get the belt at Slammiversary. I mean, really, Deonna Purrazzo will just mow down everybody at this point. I mean, she beat Rosemary, or I think she beat Rosemary at Against All Odds, which sucked. Not the show, but I mean, her beating Rosemary sucked. Well, I don't know what's going to happen now with Rosemary and DK and the prophecy. I don't know what's going to happen with that. But yeah, if Tony Khan, he has the money, if he can get Rosemary, that division is going to be, oh boy, that's going to be bigger, better than WWE and NXT. So, I'm praying. I am praying that my demon assassin, my demon bride, Valley Sky, otherwise known as Rosemary, goes to AEW, and the prophecy goes with it. Come on, Tony, make it happen. Make it happen, Tony. Make it happen. Do it for your boy. Come on. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in the next coming weeks. Hopefully, Rosemary goes to AEW. Hopefully. We'll see. But if she signs back with Impact, I have no problem with it. As long as she gets the belt. So like I said, at this point, who's going to beat Deonna Purrazzo? It is what it is. It's like, who's going to beat Kenny for that belt, for the Impact World title? I doubt it's going to be Sami Callihan at Slammiversary. I really doubt it. And we'll see. I think Kenny's going to hold that belt for a while. I don't know, he's got after Slammiversary, he's got Andrade for the AAA Mega Championship at Triple Mania in August. And then probably defending the AEW title at All Out against I don't know who. Maybe Adam Page. I doubt that though, but so I would think that Kenny's probably gonna lose those belts either by the end of the year or he'll probably just have the AEW World title by Double or Nothing, and then he'll lose that at Double or Nothing 4. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, that's it. Thank you all for watching. 6 out of 10 stars for Hell in a Cell. Let me know your thoughts down below, or you can do a video reply if you wish. You can do whatever you want. I don't care. Don't forget to like the video, dislike the video. I don't give a fuck. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Share the video all over the internet with your friends. And follow me on social media. Hit the bell to get notified. And that's it. That's it. And we'll see what happens after that. All right. Thank you all for watching. I'm Peter Gomez signing off. Peace out. Rock on. If you're not down with that, well, as you know, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's it. Thank you all for watching. Good night, everybody. And I'll see you next time. Peace. Bitches.